Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today, we're gonna be playing Blue-Red Flash. It's kind of a tempo deck, more slow I think than some tempo decks, but it's kind of like Blue-Green Flash, but you don't have Night Pack Ambusher in there, which is one of the main reasons you play. It's one of the other payoffs besides Brineborn Cutthroat. In this case, I guess you could argue Gadwick is a payoff, but for our creatures, we have Brineborn Cutthroat. Huge threat if you can put enough counters on it. Bone Crusher Giant. I've killed a lot of people with 4-3 for 3. Brazen Borrower has Flashing Flying, which is it's a good combination for especially a 3-1 for 3. Good at attacking, and Gadwick occasionally also does stuff, aka attacks. Then yeah, other than that, Opt draws cards, Shock kills stuff, Negate is a counterspell. Quench, also counterspell. I'm glad that we're finally seeing some of this card. I like this card, but back when Censor was in the format and other cards, was Censor in the format at the same time as Quench? I don't know. The point is, Quench, Revolutionary Rebuff were never like the best cards, but now they're actually seeing play. Maybe it's because there's a lot of decks that are playing a lot of non-creatures and creatures, because if all the decks are either playing creatures, or actually, maybe it's not. I don't know. Whatever is happening to the metagame, this is being played over Essence Capture and Negate a lot of the time, which is what's really important. Other than that, there's Scorching Dragonfire, more removal. Brazen Borrower bounces stuff, so it's tempo. It's not real removal. Mystical Dispute is an okay counterspell. Late game, it ends up kind of bad, though. Bone Crusher Giant, removal and a great threat. Ionize, counterspell, plus it does a little bit of damage to your opponent, which is nice. Rouse Outburst, card draw plus removal. And then Gadwick is really cool when you're casting stuff on your opponent's turn. Because you get to tap down stuff. I'm not sure how much I like this card. I feel like I'm playing it wrong, because I don't normally want to tap down. Maybe I should just tap down and like go for it. So either you can play this for 3 and like hold mana up, but then I feel like you're not getting value of the card if you're not even drawing any cards. That seems like 1 mana should be worth 1 card. Like, I'd absolutely pay 1 mana for 1 card, but at the same time, I don't want to tap down and leave my shields down, so I end up not playing it a lot of the time, so I don't know. And then, other than that, we just have our mana base. We're gonna play it in some... What the heck? Okay, there goes a lot of the modes. Do I have this on? Oh, I have this on arena play modes. Stupid updates. There we go. That makes a little bit more sense. Alright. Blue-Red Flash. Let's go. Oh, I like how they explain. Keep. For people who fast forwarded through the tutorial and then were confused, basically. What? So confused. Why is there space here? And there's no space there. That's really confusing. Definitely don't need to do anything this turn, so we're going to get the tap land out of the way. Yeah, that's really confusing. Why is there... Oh yeah, that looks really nice when it's on the top of the deck, because here... Yeah. Full art lands are less good on arena, because I like full arts, especially in paper. I also like old lands. Old bordered lands, I think, are very underrated. People really overrate... I'm just going to kill this now, because if I wait until I cast something, they've already drawn the card. But in in paper, I will normally play... Ew, what did they do to this thing's border? In paper, I will normally play... with either full arts. Ew, I don't like these anymore. What the hell did they do to these borders? Hopefully they'll fix that, but I might have to switch my lands. But I'll play with full arts or old bordered lands. I really like old bordered lands and old art. It's like, it says island, it actually has an island on it. Nowadays it's like, we're going to Ravnica. I know it says island, but we're just gonna put like a bunch of blue buildings on it. Or we're gonna put like a bunch of water and crap. Like, the old islands were actually islands. Also, but yeah, I like full arts in paper. But here, first of all, there's the fact that they kind of, for some reason, the border isn't loading when it's down there. And also, it's not actually a full art most of the time, because either you're only seeing the top half because it's in your hand, or it's on the battlefield, so they shrink it. So they're not actually as good as they could be on Arena. Just because you're only... It makes the cards not rectangular. So they're not actually... They're just as full art as any other land. So... I play with them just because I like their art, but I don't know. The lack of border is going to drive me insane at some point. Ooh, nice. Okay. We get to negate. We get to get rid of both of the values. Whereas if they'd played it normally, we wouldn't have been able to. So that's pretty sweet. Yeah. I don't know. The Mirage lands are one of my other favorites. I think they look worse with the new borders. But, I mean, I'll accept them on Arena. They're probably near my favorite. What's with this Exile? I like the old Exile where you can kind of see where the Exile is. Here it's kind of just swirling. There's no definitive borders. I guess maybe that's the look they're going for, but I don't know. Personally, it just makes me motion sick. I think I'll take this opportunity to land. Scry, Shock seems useful here. Gadwick, just draw one card. Only a little bit of value. Not blocking Foulmire Knight with this in 1,000 years. Not a trade I'm interested in. Yep. Love Struck Beast. Oh, okay, that's untapped. Right. Why won't it tell me where my opponent's... Did this enter the battlefield this turn? How about this one? Ah, okay, that one entered the battlefield this turn, because I'm like, what? I thought it put it on the battlefield tapped for some reason. Untapped land doesn't really matter which one I play. Oh, they killed Gadwick. What did... Oh, Murderous Knight, okay. Yo, I slept through that turn. Yeah. What? How did I not see that happen? Oh, I should opt. I need to opt because I need another shocker removals. Oh, Gadwick's so good though. Bottom. We're digging for Bone Crusher. Okay, that'll do. Oh, but this is kind of brutal. Yeah, because now our counter spell doesn't work, and neither does Brazen Borrower. Well, at least we're not getting hit by Love Struck Beast. So, I mean, that's an advantage, but really inefficient use of our mana here. Oh, yeah, that's a card. Oh, man. Oh, go back! Yeah. That would have been nice to have a Brazen Borrower for Mystical Dispute. They were tapped down for that, so I mean, but we could have Mystical Disputed the Murderous Rider. Mystically Disputed? I don't know. I don't have English this semester. How am I supposed to know? They changed the effect for Fabled Passage, gave it a new effect. Not sure how much I like it. I'm not sure how much I like this board state either. Kinda sucks. Yeah. That's interesting. I guess it kind of makes sense based on the artwork. I don't know. I wish I had Gadwick to tap down my opponent's entire board. I also wish Mystical Dispute was slightly less useless. I'm gonna play this. I'm not gonna block with it though. I'm gonna play this. Oh, okay. Play this. And then we're gonna block with the Order of Midnight with the Brazen Borrower. And hope that they do not have another Order of Midnight, because then they get to Order of Midnight, bring back the Order of Midnight, bring back Foulmire Knight, play them all, go to Value Town, and make me cry, basically. Yep. You know what? I don't have board sweeps in this deck, right? Yeah, I'm going home. Oh, man. Alright, 1 second, I'm cold. Switching my mic to outside my sweater. Okay, can you hear me? Probably, hopefully. I'll find out when I'm editing the video, if I like completely screwed up. Where do I clip this now? It's kind of harder to clip it onto a sweater. Just like that is probably fine. Yeah. Yeah, this is keepable. This first. The one thing is, steam vents, you want to do it. Probably, I want to do it second turn. Because I don't really care about them playing into Brineborn Cutthroat. Or possibly Quench. I might Quench, but I'm probably going to go Brineborn Cutthroat. So I'm fine with setting off all sorts of red flags that show, like, hey, he's going to do something. Even though, like, I'm realistically probably going to do something. I'm fine with setting off all those flags right now. Whereas when I'm actually probably going to counter something, which is probably going to be third turn, I don't want to set off those flags, so I'm going to hold my untapped land for then, when I'm not going to set off all those flags and freak my opponent out. Alright. Oh, that's rude. No. Let's make sure that... Actually, I was going to say let's make sure they're not going to do anything else, but it doesn't actually matter. I can't prevent them from doing anything else. Unless it's for some reason a blue spell. Alright, sweet. That can get us an island. Yes, excellent. Alright. Now the fun begins. We have a 4/4. Ral's Outburst. We can do if nothing else happens. Mystical Dispute, Quench. Mystical Dispute is a better use of our mana, and it's going to become irrelevant fairly quickly. Slightly less quickly than Quench. Actually, no, double Quench is the best use of our mana. So, actually, I think we have to Mystical Dispute this, right? So we Mystical Dispute, and then they can do whatever. Or we double Quench, and they can do whatever, and then we got rid of... Here we're only getting rid of one card, but, I mean, Quench is going to become useless. Slightly faster than Mystical Dispute is going to become useless. Oh, if they have a response, I'm going to be so sad. Oh, no! Oh, no! My threat! Okay. I'll pass for now. Ral's Outburst, whatever they play, I guess. My threat! That can resolve. I'll kill it, end of turn if they do nothing else, but... I'd much rather keep Ionize and Quench up. Okay, yeah, we're killing this sucker. Oh, man. I think I'll take the land so I can go Ionize plus Quench. Or if I get something with Adventure, I can play it. Like, do both parts in one time. Kind of glad Oko's gone, I don't know. Just because it gets... we go back to Adventure Mania. Where we were before. Although, I don't know, I'm kind of sick of Adventure Mania as well after it was proven bad. But it was mainly proven bad by Oko, so... I don't know. I'm kind of conflicted. If they're willing to pay the 2 here, then we go all out and Mystical Dispute. And then they have 2 mana to do whatever they want for the rest of the turn. This saves us basically a Lightning Helix. And puts those cards to use. Ionize will basically always be good. Quench and Mystical Dispute are very quickly becoming bad. Especially when they have very few cards in hand. If they have a bunch of cards in hand, they're slightly more useful. because they're gonna try to play a bunch of cards per turn, but especially when they're only gonna be trying to play one, like it's pretty useless. Go grab an island out of our deck. Deck thinning. Pass with only a quench. I don't like this. Bone Crusher Giant could theoretically turn this around. Oh man. Okay, never mind. Yeah. I'm in big doo-doo now. Okay. Think the best card for me is probably Gadwick off the top, just because it restocks my hand. Oh, sweet, okay. So we get to respond to that. Hopefully they still attack, so that we can play this and start attacking. This better be okay. Upkeep. Good. We're not trading. I'm gonna try to start attacking, but that's not gonna work because Aurelia. Oh, okay. Yeah, we're dead now. We're probably dead on board. Yeah. I don't think we're actually dead on, especially because we shocked ourselves. But you know what I mean. I don't think Gadwick got us out of that at that point. And Gadwick was our most impactful card in the deck. All right, 0-2. Oh, okay. Well, luckily for us, I'm never gonna run low on cards. However, I think I'm the more card advantage deck, so I don't think I actually like that. I'm digging for a mountain here rather than a really value card like Bone Crusher Giant. Bone Crusher Giant's like a lot of value for this deck, at least. You get the amount of value you get out of this is really too much. You shouldn't be getting that much value out of this. But my opponent has to give me one of their cards because you see it isn't their cards, it's our cards. The name says so. Yeah, we're gonna counter this. I don't like it. It kind of scares me. Nothing 2 mana, so we're playing this tapped. Well, we could be Scorching Dragonfire or Bone Crusher plus Shock, but whatever. Resolve, and we're gonna wait until they try to pump it, because otherwise it can pump it in response and blow us out. God's Willing blows us out, but they don't have mana for that. If they pump it, like, I mean, whatever, we still get Bone Crusher Giant. Sweet! Because the last thing you want is Bone Crusher Giant not resolving, because then you get no value rather than... Because, yeah, if it were to resolve but not do anything, at least we could use this half, whereas if it were to not resolve, we wouldn't be able to do anything. Okay, we have equal cards. Well, actually, they have one more card than me. Opponent! It is not your cards, it is our cards! Yeah. Brineborn Cutthroat is a card. I'm fine with playing Bone Crusher Giant here. You know what? Play that now. Brineborn Cutthroat, end of turn, and then everything on our opponent's turn. Ah! Oh. Okay, we're doing this first because this is guaranteed to enter the battlefield tapped for a long time, aka the first 3 turns, which isn't actually that long, but like whatever. And I'm gonna hope we draw an island so that our blue source doesn't enter the battlefield tapped too, because that would be kind of embarrassing. Embarrassing. No. This is embarrassing. I wish they'd given that haste, that way we could at least shock it. And Gruul Spellbreaker. Okay. This isn't ideal. This is not ideal. Oh, okay. For a second, I didn't realize they were attacking him. Like, they're not attacking. Crap! Oh. And it can't even be countered. Good game. Yay! 1 and 3. Look at us go. Oh man. And we're not progressing that very much either, because we're getting our butt kicked before we even get to play more than one creature, so. And a deck with 15 creatures, that's a lot. Okay. This is a good hand. We're gonna win this game. We're gonna win this game. We're gonna go this. We're gonna scry for a land. That's not a land. We need land. We have a little bit of removal. Counter magic, threats, card draw. We just need land so that we don't get completely screwed over and not actually get to do anything. We're doing this because, again, as I said, we want our opponent not... We're fine if our opponent suspects trickery here, because the trickery isn't really something they can play around, whether or not they know that. Whereas next turn we don't want them to suspect trickery, because we don't want them to play around it. But yeah, we have lots of threats, we have removal, we have counter magic, perfect curve. We just need to make sure that... So, or ideally, I'd like to go Brineborn Cutthroat opt. It makes much bigger threats, gives us a much better clock, and it maximizes our chances of getting a land next turn. However, if they play something scary, I'm going to have to ionize because, yeah, I'd rather my opponent didn't have big scary threats. Oh, yeah, that's lame. Make sure that we don't get, like, punch or something. Oh, no, that was stupid. Oh, I missed a counter on a Brineborn Cutthroat. Stupid! So now they're only taking 6 rather than 7. I was trying to look for a quench, but I don't think I would have quenched that. Oh, and that's a blocker. That is a blocker. So we're not... If they want to chump, sure, but we're not trading our Cutthroat for the 1/1. Okay. Ooh, there's blue cards in here. Very cool. Oh, I don't like that. We're countering that. Alright, go get a mountain deck thing, you know. Okay, hopefully nothing scary. Deafening Clarion isn't scary because one of the things is already out of range, and Ral's Outburst would put them dead next turn. So the one thing, but we don't have any counter spells, so they could theoretically drop something really scary on us. Okay, them going down in life total is good, and if they kill one Brineborn Cutthroat here, yeah, I'm fine with that. One chump blocker. Whoa. Rude. Let that resolve. So then the play is... Oh, this is a play. Kill this. Oh, excellent. Yes, Bone Crusher Giant is sweet. And there we go. Got there. 2 and 3. All right. Two and 3 is good. You know what, I'll keep. So now the real question is, do I play this first turn, or do I assume that I'm going to draw a land before I have to use this? Ah, whatever. What's paying 2 life? Worst case. I'd much rather use this now. Because it's an untapped land 4th turn, but so is Steam Vents, which would be the other play. Steam Vents is 2 life is nothing, unless they're playing mono red, and if they're playing mono red, I'm sad. Okay, sweet, not playing mono red. Excellent. This pass. Removal for if they play a creature, counter something if it's not a creature, unless it's like really trivial, like a card draw spell, or like most likely nothing. Although here there's like an argument for Bone Crusher Gianting their face, so we get full value and then we slam it next turn. But I kind of want Ionize next turn. You know what? I'm gonna play this the control way, which is probably bad. I should be playing this, I think, aggressively as the aggro player. So I probably should have gone Bone Crusher Giant and then Giant, but I wanted to hold the Ionize up. I'm fine with this, not Mystical Disputing and opt. Oh, I'm so tired. Alright. Oh. Well, now it feels bad to Bone Crusher them because they're probably going to counter it. Not playing Gadwick. That seems like a counter magic magnet right now. So we're kind of just staring at each other. Probably, or possibly, not probably, possibly playing the same deck. And I probably could have gotten ahead. Whoa, that's weird. By playing this, but oopsie. They have 1 in there. Yeah, that'll resolve that. It's going to eat a Bone Crusher Giant so fast. Especially if they do nothing, because then we can defend our play with a Mystical Dispute. Because the only counter magic is blue, because we are in standard and don't exist in a world with mana ties. Oh, sweet. Okay. Not gonna play the Bone Crusher Giant though, not yet. I do want to play it at some point, but I want to be able to do stuff on my opponent's turn, or at least defend the play against a deck that probably has counter magic. So right now is not the time. Alright, this is the third. We're gonna play. Have counter backup. If they go shock plus counter backup, that's kind of sad. Well, let's see if they give counter backup. Probably, or just another shock. Oh, very cool. Well, that means that any other defense they have is probably counter magic, not removal. That being said, if they want to use 2 shocks on Bone Crusher Giant, I think I'm okay with that trade. 2 for 1, plus I still do 4 damage to them. Plus, I already got my value out of this because I killed something with it. I have Mystical Dispute if they have counter magic, so. No. That doesn't look like they have counter magic. Okay. Come on, nothing too scary. If they drop something really scary here, I'm going to be sad. No. Yep. Well, can't Mystical Dispute that. Bone Crusher Giant down. I want land! Ah! I could play Gadwick, drawing 1 to dig for land, but I don't think that's the best use of my mana. And I think that's a counter magic magnet. Definitely resolving. This mystical, I was gonna say this Mystical Dispute is also becoming irrelevant fast, but in a world with counter magic battles, like your spell is gonna cost 2 or 3 than your counter magic is, so it's still gonna be relevant, especially because against counter magic, 1 mana is pretty useful. Especially when you're stuck on 4 lands. Okay, resolves. Don't kill it! Don't kill it! This only bounces my opponent's stuff, so I can't even bounce it to protect it. No! You weren't supposed to kill it! Could play. I don't know, man. I just don't know. Oh, countering this is like the best way to get rid of it. But Quench won't do that. Mystical Dispute will, but that's my counter magic backup, I think. I think I'd rather hold on to Mystical Dispute than Ionize, because, yeah. Mystical Dispute's more useful when you're stuck on 4 mana. Expansion. Nope! Or actually, we could have just countered God Eternals, but then we would have done, or God Eternal Kefnet, but then we would have done 2 damage to them. We're going to use this opportunity when they're tapped out to hope that they have nothing more scary in their hand, because we're tapping out too. 1 card! Haha! Yes! Oh, 1 more land! Why? Why? Okay, now we have lands, so we're gonna deck then so we don't draw lands. Oh, I should have waited until they had a creature for that. Yeah, we'll take this. This is full of value. And we're at a point where we don't necessarily need lands, so yeah. Well, oops, I should have waited. Represent counter magic, whatever. Yes! 3-3! Ha! We get coins and crap. Very cool. We're gonna play one more time and play 7 creatures this game. So we're gonna make it so our opponent can't concede, basically, so we can play 7 creatures. We're gonna prevent them from conceding. I don't know how to do that, but I'm sure there's a way that involves, like, actually I don't know. I don't think there is a way. Maybe if you, like, if there's like a hack where, I think there's like a hack if your time runs out. Or, like, if my time runs out, then my opponent won't get to react to something I do or something. Something really fishy like that. That just don't do, and you're a terrible person if you do it. Or use it to win. Just, like, no. Yep. Definitely keeping that. So then we can go turn 2, Brineborn Cutthroat. Turn 3, Ionize or Opt, and... Oh, no! Son of a... well, there goes all my plans. Yeah, well, oh, Vision of Treachery. Oh, crap, okay. Yeah, let's see what's on top. 2 temples is enough for me. I only like tapped lands so much. I feel like Quench isn't great against control, because this is probably going to go a long game, especially with no threats. I'm sitting here with a freaking Gadwick is my only threat. Definitely not playing it as a 3-3. Okay, maybe this isn't control. This seems like Blood for Bones. Because they have Fibblethip and they have Agent of Treachery. And Thought Erasure will sometimes go in that deck, so... Yep. Well, we have Ionize to wreck their Blood for Bones. Because they won't even have Fibblethip, because that's obviously what they... Stop it! Care about. Well, get rid of... that. Make sure they can't see our hand anymore. Probably not playing Gadwick next turn just because, like, it's not value. I want more value out of my cards than that. I'm fine to take Fibblethip beats for a little bit. and I'd like to get my value out of Brazen Borer bouncing like a Planeswalker and then playing it. Okay, well, bouncing that actually hurts me, I think. Whatever, I'm gonna do it anyway. Means that they have less attackers, because that seems to be how they want to win. Clear the board of creatures so they can't Blood for Bones next turn, which allows us to tap down for Gadwick, I think. I think that's the play. Draw 2 cards. That's good enough value for me, especially because it goes really neatly into me having 2 3-drops next turn. Real neatly. This is where they go. Land, Stitcher Supplier, Blood for Bones, and laugh, but okay, not doing that. Oh, Cavalier, yeah, this is definitely a Blood for Bones deck. I almost guarantee. Almost. Alright, pass. So we can go Brazen Borer plus Ionize. We can go bounce Brazen Borer opt or bounce Ionize opt. Are the things we can do. That's not particularly counter-worthy. And I don't want to use up my opt yet, because I'm not particularly intent on bouncing either of these, and that would force me to not be able to go Brazen Borer plus Ionize. So I'm not going to opt for like a minor counter spell, or minor counter spell, you know what I mean, like a Mystical Dispute or whatever. Oh, should have tapped that down with opt or something. Or it was just playing a Brazen Borer, I guess. We could also theoretically go Brazen Borer. Brazen Borer puts a lot of pressure on them. Doesn't get the full value that I like so much. Let's see if we can draw something. What else could we draw that would actually change it? Not that. Well, now we can only pass 1 Brazen Borer anyway. Tap that just for good measure. There. So, there. Well, now we can bounce one of our things for protection. We can only bounce our opponent's stuff. Whose idea was this card anyway? Definitely not using this on Fibblethip, because that's a terrible idea in so many ways. Mainly because it wouldn't actually resolve, because this would get shuffled into their library, so we wouldn't get a 4-3. And yeah, that would kind of make me sad. Well, gotta Ionize. Aha! Get screwed, Tomebound Lich. Finally! We're not getting hit by Tomebound Lich. Oh, this is way worse. Kinda ate my words there. Oh, yeah. Now we're the one getting screwed. Yeah. I was just tired of them looting, but because it finds some cards like this. But, I mean, oh man. Man, oh man. Well, at least we can bounce Gadwick back to our hand, but definitely not bouncing Agent and Treachery. Back to my hand, please. I think I'm just gonna Bone Crusher Giant my opponent's face here. 2 damage. That is probably wrong. I don't know, 2 damage does not a lot here, because I'm definitely not spending it on Fibblethip. Max value. Well, not max. Max would be for 1,000,000, but this is actually, that would deck me, but whatever. Lots of value. And now we're getting Tomebound Liched again. Don't! Stop it! My opponent's being mean! Yep. They have another agent. What? At least they only have 7 mana, so we can quench it. Yeah, well, this sucks. Pass so we can get max value out of Brineborn Cutthroat. Ideally, wait until they try to play Agent of Treachery. That way they tap down, but it looks like they're gonna go to combat, so we're gonna have to do this. So that we can bounce Gadwick so they don't attack with Gadwick. We have 5 mana left. Nah, right? Yeah, no. And if they attack into it, then we like probably throw a Brazen Borer out there. Okay, never mind, not trading with that. Stonebound Lich sucks. Especially because it has lifelink, right? Yeah. This is how they're finding all their blood for bones. I guess I can't complain too much because I played this exact deck on an episode of Challenge Accepted. I'm surprised it's still alive though. Stuff like Stitcher Supplier, which I actually mentioned earlier on. Like, oh no, now they're gonna play Stitcher Supplier. Nah. Stitcher Supplier doesn't exist anymore. But it lost a lot of stuff from rotation, I seem to remember. Let's suck an island out of our deck so we draw less of them. Definitely not playing Gadwick for full value here because I don't need that many cards, and mana is kind of important too. I think this is fine. I think I have this down, and I cast a bunch of creatures this game. Woohoo! Well, Brineborn Cutthroat to cast my creatures. Oh yeah, and we get to start tapping Stonebound Lich down, finally. To cast my creatures, get as many threats as possible. Ooh, that's a card. Okay, definitely negating Dispersal over Tyrant Scorn, I think. That. Good game. No, I didn't get to. No, I doubt I cast 7 creatures. Maybe actually, I cast that Gadwick like 3 times. Yes, daily challenges. Daily challenges are the best. Woo! Okay, we're gonna stop it there on a happy note. Going 4-3. Blue-red flash. It's fun. You get to draw cards. You get to tempo people. Kind of more control than your average tempo deck, but I mean, yeah, that's that. I went 4-3. That's a lot of games. I normally don't play this many games. Yeah. Ionize is kind of awkward because it's a rare for a freaking cancel. But Brineborn Cutthroat's pretty good. Gadwick actually really pulled its weight there. Yeah. Bonecrusher Giant's awkward because it's a threat that you actually have to play at sorcery speed, unlike everything else in the deck. But I mean, that's okay. It's a 4-3 for 3. Yeah. Hope you enjoyed the video. Press the like button. I don't know why I'm motioning with my hand so much. Press the like button wherever it is. And yeah. I will see you guys next time, I guess.